Welcome to Storied Audio. Detective Marisa Hale had been chasing shadows for so long they'd begun to feel like old companions. The Black Vultures, ghosts in leather jackets, had robbed banks, hijacked shipments, and slipped through the city's fingers with a kind of arrogant grace. Every raid, every stakeout, every carefully laid trap ended the same way. An empty room, a cold trail, and the bitter taste of failure settling on her tongue. It wasn't luck. Not anymore. Someone was feeding them her moves. So Hale started watching the people she once trusted. In a department built on camaraderie, suspicion felt like poison. She studied every sideways glance, every late-night phone call, every officer who suddenly had somewhere else to be. And one name kept drifting back to her like a bad refrain: Officer Tyler Griggs. Fresh out of the academy. Eager. Polite. Nervous in a way that didn't match the badge on his chest. He lingered near briefing rooms a little too long, asked questions that didn't belong to rookies, and never looked surprised when operations fell apart. It was the kind of pattern you only notice when you stop believing in coincidence. So she set a trap. A whisper of intel. A warehouse. Stolen goods. A raid only Griggs knew about. If the vultures showed up or didn't, she'd have her answer. The night of the operation, the city felt heavier than usual. Fog clung to the streets like it had secrets of its own. Hale and her team waited in the dark, breath held, guns low. The warehouse sat silent, a hulking silhouette against the moonlight. Too quiet. Quiet in a way that made her pulse tighten. Then headlights cut through the fog. The vultures rolled in slow, confident, unarmed, expecting an empty building. Expecting safety. They didn't get it. Hale's team closed in from every angle. Shadows turning into badges, silence turning into shouts. It was over in seconds. Griggs was arrested before sunrise. Under interrogation, the rookie cracked like thin glass. "I didn't want this," he whispered, voice trembling. "I got into debt. Bad people. They said they'd protect me if I helped them. I didn't know how to get out." Hale looked at him for a long time. Not angry, anger was too easy. What she felt was heavier, colder. "You had a choice," she said. "And you chose betrayal." Griggs was sentenced alongside the gang he'd served. His badge, once a symbol of promise, meant nothing now, just a tarnished piece of metal that would never shine again. Hale got her justice. But justice in her world was never clean. It left residue. It lingered in the corners of her mind like cigarette smoke in an old bar. In law enforcement, trust is everything. And when someone breaks it, the fall is fast, hard, and unforgiving. Subscribe for more audio stories.